Carlos, just give us an idea. It was brought up there that you had teased kind of retirement a little bit, and what was the thought process? Like, how did you go through it to say, no, I've got more in me?
I love the sport. It's going to be hard to pull me away. I mean, logically, I got to figure out something else to do, like for a career, because I can't do this forever. But I still got a little bit of time. I still got some fight in me, I think. So, yeah.
I mean, it's definitely smart to start thinking about the future, but when you say a couple fights left, or one more run, I mean, are we talking imminent, a year, 18 months? I mean,
I don't know. I don't know. I'm focused on the next 3 days, bud. And, that I think that will have a lot of bearing on what I do after that.
You talk about getting ready for Damian Maia. Presents such a unique set of skills, different than anybody else in the division. Has it been fun preparing for him? Has it been a challenge? What's it been like?
It has been a fun challenge, man. He's an amazing grappler. He's very, very good at what he does. He's well-rounded, even though he mainly sticks to his jiu-jitsu. But yeah, it's been fun preparing to like try to solve a puzzle like Damian Maia.
What makes him such a challenging grappler? Is it his takedown game? Because there's a lot of really good grapplers, but sometimes they struggle to even get the fight to the ground. He seems to do that very effectively.
Well, yeah, he's got both. Once he hits the ground, he's a straight killer, and he's really improved his grappling over the recent years. Probably since that Anderson Silva fight where he couldn't get to the ground, he's been really, really good at taking it to where he wants it.
I know Ricky wasn't able to be in Albuquerque a lot, but what's it like having him to work with that has that style that blends all the different elements of wrestling and jiu-jitsu together, kind of for MMA more than anything?
Yeah, it's awesome. His take on it is really cool because he was a jiu-jitsu guy before he learned how to wrestle, and he's a very high-level wrestler. So it's like there's no like, okay, we're wrestling or we're doing jiu-jitsu. It's all blended. It's grappling. It's all branches of the same tree that are all integrated.
How much is there a little bit of this that's reminding people, a chance to remind people that you got some submission wins in your back pocket, and you got a ground game that people shouldn't be sleeping on either?
I've been doing jiu-jitsu for a long time. I love jiu-jitsu. It's one of my favorite aspects of the sport, and obviously I'm not gonna get in there and try to go eyeball to eyeball with Damian Maia in a jiu-jitsu exchange. But I think I'm gonna do. I have the skills to create opportunities to do what I want to do and finish the fight.
Giving up takedowns is maybe something that you've wanted to do or happened a little more in your fights than maybe you wanted. What have you done to kind of change that aspect of the game? Because I know obviously Robbie Lawler didn't have to deal with that, but this fight I'm assuming it's going to be a key.
Is that a polite way of saying my takedown defense sucks? I've worked on it quite a bit, and worked on takedown defense, worked on get-ups, worked on a lot of footwork. I think you're going to see different things in this fight. I've made some adjustments, and I think early on in the fight, it's going to frazzle my opponent, and I'm going to be able to kind of take control.
And when it changed to a 5-round fight, do you feel like that's to your advantage? A lot of people call you one of the best 5-round fighters ever in MMA.
Mm-hmm. I feel like my conditioning is a weapon, and the later the fight goes, as these guys start to get fatigued, that's really when I kick into my second gear, and I have that as something in my arsenal that I can bring to bear. So I'm trying to finish them early. I'm trying to get out of there, go home, eat some food. But if it goes later in the fight, I got that base covered too.
Talked to Brandon Gibson. He said you guys, as camp was starting, had a conversation talking about race cars fine-tuning for each track and it not being about big gains, it being about dialing thing in. Does this feel like the most dialed in you've been for a specific opponent in a while?
I think it does, and probably because he is so dialed into what he does, we had to really have a skills-heavy training camp. I'm strong, I'm fast, I have all these macro elements to my game. It was, like you said, really fine-tuning the technique, the coding and the circuitry of my brain and putting together a really good game plan.